Most of the flooding we're seeing is here at Doctors Lake, especially here at the marina. So where I'm standing is towards the edge of the parking lot at the marina, and the water almost made it to the gate. Not just quite, but most of the parking lot is underwater right now. Now, the good news where I'm standing, I do want Richard to show this. This is where the water was this morning at high tide. It's already receded at least 2 feet back. So that is good news. The water seems to be going down, but you have that wind still pushing it into the parking lot. And over here, you know, the marina has a shop. The water making it underneath these cars, and it almost got to the front door of the shop, but when I walked over there earlier this morning, not quite yet. So I don't think there's any water damage inside, but this is sort of what people were expecting with the wind pushing that water in from the lake. Even this morning that we're sitting here parked, obviously not getting in this water, I'm seeing fish jump over here. So you got lake wildlife making it into this flooded area, and I am seeing some debris as well. Of course, don't walk in the flooded waters. Let it go back down. Hopefully during low tide we'll see this recede. Now overall in Clay County though, like you said, they did fare pretty well. I'm hearing that Black Creek didn't flood. If you are on Black Creek, make sure you send us some pictures. I was at Black Creek Marina all day yesterday, and it wasn't a bad sight, so I'm hoping it stayed that way. That is what we're hearing right now. As for power outages, those numbers are way down compared to yesterday. I think about 200 or so people still without power this morning, but I know Clay Electric working really hard to recover that. Leah Shields, First Coast News, on your side.
Now, Leah, you were out there, you just said in the Black Creek area. People have got to be so relieved that this didn't flood as anticipated.
Yes, they were very relieved. You know, I left a little bit before high tide yesterday after my 12 or so hour shift, and my colleague took over. But from what I saw, even leaving yesterday, they were like, all right, we had a few more hours till high tide. We can make it. We can make it. It was nothing like it was with Irma, and they were very pleased, and they had a lot of lessons learned since then. So they were ready to go. They were prepared. But I think a lot of people are very pleased this morning, hopefully waking up to dry homes.
Leah, being honest with you, I was a bit anxious myself. I watched you throughout the day yesterday. I said, okay, things look pretty calm right now, but I'm waiting to see what happens during high tide. Were people on edge there with you? I know you had a chance to talk with a lot of residents out there. What was going through their minds? What did you hear?
I mean, yeah, people were waiting it out. People were cautiously optimistic, as I would say. I mean, definitely here at Doctors Lake, people kind of expected this to happen, and as it did, and hopefully for those who live around Doctors Lake, hopefully that's not too bad. But around Black Creek, you know, that floods without a hurricane sometimes. So people are used to it, but it's not a good thing, right? And I was talking to some sailors yesterday and at the boat marina in Black Creek. And like I said, they learned from Irma, they prepared, they had their boats tied up correctly, they were ready to go if need be, but no one wants to deal with the damage the day after. So I'm sure they're waking up very relieved today, but yeah, they were on edge. But that's the thing we tell everyone, you know, prepare for the worst, hope for the best. And it seems most of Clay County fared pretty well.
I was on edge myself and pleased to see the outcome. Thanks for that, Leah. We appreciate you. Glad you're safe out there. Things are looking good overall. Folks, you're watching Good Morning Jacksonville on this Friday morning as we continue.